Good morning, class. Myself Umesh R. Rathod, lecturer in Mechanical Engineering Department from Vallabhpuri Polytechnic, Navsari. In today's lecture, I am presenting a topic of residual stress and recrystallization temperature of the subject Manufacturing Engineering 1, subject code TTT1901 from Mechanical Engineering Department. Start with residual stress. What is residual stress? Residual stress are the stresses remain in a solid material after the original cause of the stress has been removed. When we apply the force on a certain object, with applying the force, the object undergoes compression, friction, and different type of scratching, tears, etc. So such type of effect continue after the load has been removed, known as residual stresses. What are the effects of residual stress? The first one, it increases corrosion resistance and fatigue behavior of the material. We know with applying forces, the friction between object and force is produced, and due to friction, a heat is produced which contact with moisture in the atmosphere and make oxidized layer on its surface, and fatigue behavior. With, if we applied more force than the required, it make internal damage in the property of the material. So with other time we have the force applied, it undergoes the permanent change or deformation. So it is the effect of residual stress. The next one is dimensional accuracy not achieved and the component may be deformed. Obviously, when we applied force and remove it, due to it causes vibration, heat. So due to heat or vibration, its dimension may be changed due to the shrinkage or either its bending. If proper heat treatment is not given, there may be a chances of crack and tears. Obviously, when we apply force on a solid particle, if it doesn't undergo any deformation, there may be a chance of cracks and tears on it. It changes shape stress limit of metal. We discussed in the first topic, if we applied force more than the value of its required, it affects its internal properties. So with affecting of internal properties, its shape stress limits against any other forces may be changed. Move on to recrystallization temperature. So what is recrystallization temperature? Recrystallization temperature is a particular temperature below melting point at which deformed grains of metal converted into small strain-free grains. So it says in definition, the temperature below its melting point. So it is a temperature at which its molecules change its shapes with applying of forces. Let me explain it graphically. Here, the grains at a recrystallization temperature is given, on which if we applied force, it will be formed into small and fine particles which are strain free and make a proper structure and better surface finishing, etc. So what are the factors affecting recrystallization temperature? The first one is grain size. If grain size is bigger, it needs more recrystallization temperature because it consumes more time. If the grain size is small, it takes less recrystallization temperature. presence of dissolved elements. Is there if there are dust particles in an object, its recrystallization temperature obviously increases with that particles degree of cold work. If the object is in cold condition, it needs more time to go under such a achieve recrystallization temperature, time for which deformed metal is heated. If the time taken for metal heating is more, maybe it's reached to a level of melting point, so it also affects the recrystallization temperature. Temperature of annealing process. Annealing process is the process which maintains the temperature of a molecule at which it is to be converted, and degree of plastic deformation. It is a stage at which, or a temperature at which, material may be deformed into a different stage. So such type of factors are affecting recrystallization temperature. Thank you, student. Thanks for listening me carefully.